The Blue Planet, American continent in the northwest part of South America, situated on the equatorial line, is Ecuador. It is the country with the highest concentration of rivers per square kilometre in the world. In Ecuador, one finds the densest biodiversity of the planet, and that's why in this country it's possible to produce the finest and best flavoured cocoa. For example, cocoa arribas. Its excellent quality, floral aroma and exceptional flavour are some of the characteristics which have granted the Ecuadorian cocoa with international recognition. Ecuador, from its beginning as a Spanish colony and later as a republic, saw its history tied to the cocoa industry, being that cocoa was one of the financial backers of the libertarian struggle and of the later Republican period, since families linked to the cocoa industry supported these big causes. Ecuador is characterised for producing a cocoa of excellent quality, only in the world, which is demanded by the most demanding palates. The fine flavoured cocoa, it comes from the variety known as national cocoa. This variety is indigenous and has been cultivated since the beginning of the 18th century. It is a traditional product of Ecuador that took its name 2 centuries ago when the cocoa was cultivated in the zones of the high basin of the rivers Daule and Babahoyo, which form the river Guayas, and on the banks of which finds the city of Guayaquil, one of the principal ports of the Ecuador, and from where the exports of cocoa are sent around the world. The prestige of the quality of the Ecuadorian cocoa led it to become one of the biggest exporters of the cocoa in the world up until the second decade of the 20th century. Prestige gained thanks to the so-called quality arriba produced by the national variety, the only variety on the planet. COFINA SAR, Fine National Chocolates, is a company constituted with the purpose of selling cocoa in grain and half-finished products to the exterior markets. The cocoa is harvested in all the producing zones of Ecuador, propping up and promoting this important sector of the national economy. COFINA SAR was founded in October 1993. It began its activities with the buying and exportation of cocoa in April 1994 in Guayaquil. Before increasing its volumes of exports, good managerial vision led to the construction in 1998 of a newer, bigger plant for the good functioning of its professional activities. Finding a strategic place in kilometre 11, La Via Duran Tambo, on an area of 26,000 square metres, in which it has been working since the year 2000 to the present, making easier the commercial operations for its clients and suppliers. At present, it is associated with the Farmers Affiliation in cultivated zones of national cocoa. On having gained access directly to the market, these groups improve their conditions of life and protect the environment in these zones. To achieve these intentions, there are demanding certifications that are amicable with the biosphere and the social involved environment, fulfilling norms for organic cocoa, the same as the Rainforest Alliance and Commercial together, preserving the classic product without modifying its environment, to preserve the aromas that give the exotic flavour to cocoa. They are supported by standards demanded of the highest international tasters to be able to prepare fine products of high gourmet quality. COFINA SAR is the company in charge of these certifications, supporting its products are free of contamination, preserving the suitability and workability of the cocoa bean. Organic cocoa. The continuing increase of the market organic products, especially in chocolates, has created the special conditions that flavour many farmers in this scheme, being reflected in a better way of life and in a healthier product. The organic or ecological certification of the cocoa plantations in Ecuador is realised under norms of the European Union and the United States. Rainforest Alliance, amicable cocoa plantations with the nature bearing in mind that a narrow relationship exists between the substantial production of cocoa and the natural and social environment. Inside, a frame of lineaments that look for such ends. This certification is granted by the network of substantial agriculture, with whom constantly new areas are being looked at for certification. COFINA SAR integrates the chain of safekeeping to assure the purity of the product in all its links. The product sold with this certification allows for the cocoa to be traded at a price that specialised markets are ready to pay in exchange for an improved social dealing. In the first term, using this method of suitable practices for farming, the trend was the improvement of the social environment workings about the farming of cocoa in Ecuador.